Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of November 2020. Looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. As part of a remarkable astrological year, I've been saying this to all the signs out there. It truly is a special time. And this month is no exception. As we are starting the month, we are still under or with the energy of Halloween's very powerful and very surprising and very shocking full moon. And that is energy we're carrying into now. So be on the lookout for that. If you are one of those people who's still waiting for your surprise, well, you may not have to wait very long as we navigate further into the month. Right around the 3rd of the month is when we are going to have Mercury direct. Mercury will be moving forward in a part of the sky for you that has to do with profound and meaningful transformation. It has to do with an understanding of truth, a kind of truth that requires you to dig in very deeply and come to a level of understanding. That is the energy on offer with Mercury moving forward. Now, it is a little bit later in the month, right around the 14th, depending on where you are on the planet. You want to give or take a day on either side. Well, that is a very big day because that is when Mars is going direct after being retrograde for about 2 months' time. As Mars goes forward in a financial part of the sky for you, it may feel as if any kind of financial hassles or feeling as if you've got to fight even harder or work even harder to make it happen for yourself financially. Well, that will start to ease a little bit at a time, more and more. Of course, we are still going to have Mars in shadow right into the very beginning of 2021. And so it isn't necessarily that it's like flipping on a switch and that's it, but rather this is where a depth of understanding of your learning, of your lessons starts to set in, and you're able to then start to implement some of what you've come to understand about your ability to create prosperity for yourself. At the same time, though, not all Pisces out there have experienced this energy where it comes to financial matters, where it is that this Mars retrograde season has been more about cultivating healthy self-love, healthy self-esteem. You will find yourself making gains going forward from here. And all of this is happening in the dark of the moon. It is going to be just a day later that we are going to have a powerful new moon taking place. Now, this new moon is happening in fellow water sign Scorpio. That alone means you'll be able to tap into that energy to your advantage that much more. But what I really love about this energy is that it is speaking in harmony with Jupiter and Pluto with precision. Now, these two planets have been part of an ongoing dance. Just days before the new moon, they reached their third and final moment of exact conjunction before they start to create space and move on from here, not to connect again in this way for another 14 years to come. And so you can see here already there is this rare phenomenon connecting with precision with the power of a water new moon. And this new moon is taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with understanding your place in the world. Everything from long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, legal matters, even political matters are covered here as well. And I see this energy as empowering for you. It is going to invite you to take action, but through taking action, you're able to transform your circumstances in positive ways. Where it is that you're hoping to take part in a new endeavor or to enact some new project, well, this energy is going to help you in that regard. So being more practical about it, if it is that you are looking at higher learning, well, this is going to be where things start to begin. They start to be set into motion. Where it is that you were hoping for a fresh start, where it came to a legal matter, well, this new moon can help you in that regard as well, and so much more. Ultimately, this part of the sky has to do with a more adventurous spirit, and wherever it is that you're hoping to cultivate genuine optimism, this new moon is going to help you to do just that. As we navigate later into the month, at the very end of the month, we are going to have an eclipse. A lunar eclipse is set to take place, which means that we will begin eclipse season. It is next month that we are going to be in the middle of eclipse season. I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way, but for this month. And as we get to the very end of the month, that lunar eclipse is taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with matters of home. It has to do with family of origin, everything from where you live to also your relationship with your family of origin, your parents in particular, and also your relationship with your own past and interpreting the past in a way that empowers you today. Well, look, this lunar eclipse is speaking in harmony with Chiron and in harmony with Mars. And what that tells me is that this energy is healing, it is empowering. And where it is that you need to bring a spirit of healing that ultimately will strengthen you today, will help you to understand the strength of the ground on which you stand, well, this lunar eclipse is going to help you to do just that. Eclipses are powerful. They move quickly. And a lunar eclipse is a full moon eclipse. It is a jacked up full moon, as I like to call it, which means it has that much more strength and power to it. It is going to be at this time with this very powerful lunar eclipse taking place that your home environment may change very quickly. For some, there is going to be an understanding of where you are ready to either buy or sell or move, or perhaps even a new roommate coming in. And it may very well be an instinctive understanding that gets things going. It may be a very surprise opportunity that allows you to make changes on the home front as well, whether it is you moving, but it is also possible that some of these changes are more in terms of renovations as well. What's also possible with this lunar eclipse is very quick opportunities to connect with your family of origin, your parents in particular, and a truly healing moment that allows you to see your past differently and bring a spirit of genuine forgiveness there. Now, where it comes to matters of love, it is going to be for most of this month that Venus will spend moving through a part of the sky that is decidedly intense. It has to do with vulnerability and intense bonding with another person, among other things as well. But it will be right around the 21st that Venus will change signs, moving into fellow water sign Scorpio, which means you're able to tap into that water energy that much more to your advantage. And it is Venus here that is going to encourage you to be more optimistic as you explore options available to you in the context of love. If it is that you are open to meeting someone new, well, it is going to be this beautiful energy of Venus in the first part of the month that does suggest very powerful, almost attractions that you can't put your finger on, a sense of fate pulling you forward. Now, there will be times when it feels inconvenient, I will say, but that is going to be the energy through most of this month. And it does suggest an attraction lending itself to an important catalyst moment, which ultimately gives way to Venus changing signs and helping you to think of love more optimistically than you have before. For those of you who have just started to date somebody, it is going to be the first 3 weeks of the month that invite you to get very honest with yourself as to what draws you to this person, but also what is really going on in your life and in their life. I feel like this is uncovering some psychological motivations that might be there. And this is about truly seeing the truth, right? With a capital T, the truth. About this person, about yourself, about where you've been, what's brought you to this moment. And ultimately, it is in being willing to look at things beyond the superficial that you'll come to an understanding as to whether or not you feel there is a genuine connection here. Now, if it is going to solidify that much more and give way to a more fun and lighter set of circumstances. For those of you who are in an established bond, the first 3 weeks of this month, well, look, Venus in this part of the sky can suggest good things for your partner's income. So there may be some blessings on that front that end up blessing you as well. But for all that, Venus moving through here is going to encourage the two of you to be more honest and more vulnerable with each other, even when it's hard. That Venus is going to be making some challenging alignments to other power players like Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn, encouraging the two of you to get more honest with each other, even when it's difficult. By the time we navigate to the later part of the month, once Venus does change signs, it's going to encourage the two of you to think more expansively about your relationship and even to plan some adventure together. What I love about this month for you, well, look, in addition to all the things that I did mention, by the time we get to the very end of the month, we are going to have Neptune moving forward in your sign. And I do feel like a whole lot of Pisceans out there are going to have a moment, an instant where it feels as if very quickly the lights have turned on, the confusion has cleared, and you are more clear as to who you really are. From that place of clarity, everything else is able to flow that much easier. Everything else feels like you can move towards more of what you now know you want and you deserve. That represents more of your truth. It is going to be at the end of the month, as Neptune finally moves forward, that you may feel as if you're able to move forward as well in a direction that is more inspired, yes, more spiritually meaningful, but also grounded in practical ways. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive videoscopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.